Welcome, beautiful souls, to part 7 of my 12-part collective creative reading series, where I am doing divination readings to help creatives, content creators, artists, creative entrepreneurs, influencers, and celebrities on the rise all face your perfectionism, your imposter syndrome, your fears, your doubts, your creative limiting beliefs, and a whole lot more. You're going to want to stay tuned. Here in part 7, we're going to be addressing some of your creative doubts and fears that you've been experiencing. So, buckle up, Buttercup, because here we go. What needs to be known, what needs to be shown for these creatives on the other side of the screen about their fears and their doubts that they've been experiencing creatively. You've been, again, perfectionism keeps coming up, and like I already know, like y'all been dealing with a lot of perfectionism, but I feel like a lot of you kind of have this idea that if you don't do something right the first time, then it's no point in trying again. I feel like you may have been expected to, I'm hearing to say, know how to do it and then just sit down and shut the fuck up. I feel like there's been times where like you tried to create around, like maybe even around other creators, and maybe you're like, how do you do this, or how do you use this tool, or, you know, what do you do this, or what happens if I mix this 2 colors, and people are like, just shut the fuck up, like, why don't you just know? Like, you're just supposed to intuitively know everything and know how to do everything right creatively because I thought you were an artist. I thought you were an artist, you know, like that type shit. I feel like you fear being judged by other artists the most. I feel like especially by artists with obvious technical skill. You always compare yourself to them. I also am seeing this thing that from something I was reading earlier where it was talking about creatives tend to compare themselves like just naturally, but what's interesting is creatives will compare themselves to people who have already mastered the skill they're just learning. And they were literally talking about like a film writer comparing themselves in their student film class, comparing themselves to fucking world famous directors with worldwide known movies. You know, like, how are you going to be sitting here in your student film class comparing your student project to the final results of fucking Star Wars, one of the most well recognized movies anywhere in the world? Here you are, fresh faced, bright eyed and bushy tailed, first day in class. And yet you are already comparing your skills, knowledge, and expertise to someone who has already mastered this skill and made millions of dollars using it. The comparison, the judgment, the perfectionism, it's honestly giving me a headache just thinking about how much you think about it. And I'm getting a headache from the fact that you hold yourself back creatively so much just because you don't want to deal with the uncomfortability of dealing with the perfectionism and the procrastination, like the understanding why you're dealing with that, why you judge yourself, why you compare yourself so harshly. That's what you're avoiding even more than the actual creation process in itself. You're avoiding the internal work that must be done to actually release it. Don't mind the lighting change. My tripod light just died, so I had to switch them. Anyway, I hope that message resonates. I feel like that's a good place to leave it. If this resonates, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. Follow if you're not already, add to favorites, repost so another artist can see it. If you would like to get an extension on this read for yourself, to start uncovering your own creative doubts and fears and actually learning how you can remove them, it's $12 to my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal to get on the list for these creative readings today. All you gotta do is attach to your payment, just say for Creative Collective Reading Part 7, and then drop a comment down below with, I don't know if that little last part got deleted or not. Drop a comment down below and I'll do a video response to your comment within 24 hours of receiving your payment. If you enjoy this content and would like to see more of it popping up on your For You page and would like to show a little love and appreciation, donations are all greatly appreciated. You can also book personal readings and join my group mentorship for personal and spiritual development, the Spirit Network, through the link in my bio. Much love, many blessings. I hope you all have a fabulous day. I just realized that I will be posting this on a TikTok page that doesn't have enough followers to have a link in the bio yet. This will not only be posted on my divination page. So, go to the link in my Instagram bio to book personal readings and to join Patreon for my group mentorship program, the Spirit Network. All right, now have a good one. Bye. Actually, no, I also forgot to say what we're going to be talking about in part 8. You guys, don't judge me. It's almost 3 in the morning when I'm recording these videos. Part 8, we're going to be talking about what are the next steps in your creative journey or project. So make sure you go check out part 8 of 12. Okay, now have a good one. Bye!